Welcome back to our podcast. I'm your host, Lydia.
And I'm Fati.
Girl, did you know? I know I just jumped into it again.
Oh, because you just scared the crap out of me.
No,
I thought I did something.
it is scary because, you know, Ghana is, like, Accra is flooded.
Like how flooded?
Like you see, like, this room is, like, halfway.
You lying?
It rained 3 days, like, heavily rain, and then it's flooded.
Really?
Yeah. And my thing is, like, you know, the houses are going for over 250,000 and up to, like, I saw one that was like $750,000, and in like East Lake, like New Legon,
like USD,
US dollars, yeah.
Oh,
and my thing is, like, these developers are charging so much money, but we don't have regulated, like, sewage system.
That's why it's flooding.
That's why it's flooding, because there's nowhere for the water to go. It's like it's so congested. And the last time too that I spoke on this, somebody said that, like, we're bashing Ghana, like, on TikTok. They're like, oh, these people are talking bad about Ghana, like. And I told them to go watch the full episode, because sometimes when you express something that can make your country better, I'm Ghanaian. I would. If I die and I come back, I need to be born Ghanaian again. Yeah, right. No, for real. But it's just like certain things that I feel like the people, if it's happening, it's happening. And right. You need to spread, like, awareness so something changes about it. So no, this is not to bash Ghana. It's just to bring current, like, the topic on what's happening. You know what I mean?
Real quick on that though, like, why is it that every time you criticize something, people are, oh, you're bashing this or you're doing this? Why is anything above criticism? What is the problem?
Like, I mean, my thing is, though, like, there's some people that would, like, literally insult. I saw this one guy, like, insulting, like, the Kumasi king and stuff. That is beyond. That's disrespectful.
That is bashing.
No, but like, I feel right. That's disrespectful. But I feel like when it comes to things of, like our roads, like, even the tourist money coming in, like, the visas that they're buying, all of that stuff should go into where the tourists are gonna be. Their majority are in Accra and, like, New Legon, what is it? East Legon Hill, like the new, the area that's, like, now developing. That's where most of them stay. So imagine they come and their cars is floating. It makes us look bad because it's one of the hot spots right now. You know what I mean? So they really need to do better. I saw this lady, her whole house looks so furnished, like, expensive. Like, she got, like, do you know those white couches? And the water is, like,
covering her couch. Hey.
I was like, I hope they have renters insurance.
Okay.
I know they have car insurances.
Yeah,
but I don't know about, like, because if I pay $200,000 for my house,
home insurance, because they're not renting.
Right. Like, I hope so, because that looks expensive. And then one of them was making fufu in it. Like, way to make light of the situation.
Wait, what do you mean by,
like, pounding fufu?
Like, while it was floating?
Like, they have, like, a rock in the water in their kitchen, and they put the pounded thing on the rock.
Top of the rock.
And then they were, like, pounding fufu and standing in the puddle of water.
There's nowhere for them to, like, try to get the water out.
Where are you going to put it? The gutter is flooded. Where is it going to go?
Oh, and then it's just rising.
So I literally see somebody, like, hanging on their gate outside, like, on their gate, like, on their wall. Because you can't go in your car if you don't have an upstairs to your house. The whole bottom is flooded. Like, where are you going to fetch the water to? Outside is a pool. Like, that was happened on Sunday. So I'm just saying, like, I mean, Muhammad just came, and so far he's lowered, like, the currency. It used to be 17 to $1. Now it's like 12.35 to, like, $1. So he's doing a lot of changes. So I just hope that when it comes to, like, he wants to decongest Accra and, like, try to fix that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that can happen, because that is very sad.
Basically fixing up the infrastructure, because that is terrible.
Like, the urban planning needs to be, like, top notch, because it is developing. People are coming. You're paying so much money to rent, buy. Like, it needs to be better than that, you know? And, like, you can't sell a house for $750. Like, you're paying freaking Beverly Hill price, and you don't have, like, a sewer system. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. But anyway.
Also, that's not Beverly Hills prices.
It's not?
No.
But $800K is not beast?
That is, but
Like, oh, that
not
one. I think
Beverly
those
Hills,
one
honey.
goes around like 2 million and up.
And up.
Oh, forgive me. Why this one? Forgive me, Mapacho. This one is gonna be.
Like,
What should I say?
You could say upstate New York prices.
Upstate, yeah. And then I know in Williamsville, there's houses that are going for that price, but those are like big, big, big houses, though. So I mean, I guess it does make sense for it not to be.
Yeah.
Cause, isn't Khloe Kim Kardashian's like 20 million or something? What was I? What am I on?
Exactly. Like, I'm like, girl, Beverly, like, even keep California out of the conversation because they are in a different stratosphere when it comes to pricing for any type of cost of living. Because it's a little more ridiculous.
Yeah, but anyways, changing up the topic, DDG and Halle. We just spoke about this on the other episode, and it's so sad that it turned out this way.
Yes, I saw, like, first of all, one thing I said, I was like, I'm blocking anybody that's defending him. And I'm only saying that, and I get it. Wait for details to come out, whatever. I don't care. Because when someone says, like, this person did this to me, and, like, it's not like they came to the internet and just started throwing out accusations and whatever. Mm-hmm. She went straight to court and gave receipts and said, hey, he's abusive. And even like, okay, even if he wasn't physically abusive, some of the receipts that, she already produced the receipts about him being physically abusive. I'm saying take that out of it real quick, right? The other things that he was doing is already a red flag for me. Mm-hmm. Like showing up, taking a picture of like her bed while she's not there, ripping her Ring camera off, like just doing things like that.
Well, she's not there. She wasn't in the house.
Like not in the house. Like he'll take a picture of her empty bed. I see what you on. Or like he's seeing like people spreading.
I thought the Ring camera was when she was there. She was in the house and he.
I feel like those are even separate incidents. Okay. Like I think like, I'm not, I'm just commenting on like some of the things that I saw or whatever. And like that type of pattern of behavior, that's very dangerous and it could lead to, other things. It's scary. And then when you're in, when you have like a kid involved, even one of the incidents where he was physically abusive with her, the kid was in a car. That is extremely dangerous. So it's like, regardless of how you even feel, because, he has his fans who are like attacking her and all this other stuff. Regardless of how you even feel about him as a person, because before I thought he was a great guy because of the, the things that she would say about him and their dynamic and things going on. I'm like, oh my God, they're so cute. He's like great, whatever. But then when something like this comes out and it's like, oh, well, he's crazy, he's unhinged, and he's physically abusive and he's doing this in front of my child, that completely changes the way I view you. And I don't need any more details to come out. This type of pattern of behavior and even weaponizing your fans to attack her, to and just keep shaming her and keep attacking her public image and stuff like that. That in itself, it just tells me everything I need to know. And
also, me too, I feel like, okay, one, I heard that Ruby Rose was, I heard, this is alleged, that she was following her, like her Finsta or whatever, and she knows, or something. And then knows that the abuse that goes on. And then she still went ahead with the guy. And my thing is, like, when you got with him, you know that he does things for clout. I mean, they were laughing together when it was great, but maybe she thought that her situation would be different. But at the same time, I feel like, okay, an abuser is bad, and I'm so against that. But whenever it becomes where, like, okay, I'm taking your son away, I don't know. I just feel like, one, people also are coming at the mother for, like, wanting to be by her child's side. Like, if you give birth, or let's say your mom right now, and then you go do something crazy, what would you want your mother to do? Would you want your mom to disown you or come to the internet and bash you?
No, but don't say anything, because it's not, like, talk to him behind closed doors and all that, but your public comment isn't necessary or needed in this situation. He's an adult.
Yeah, and I also feel like they live in this, like they live in a social media world where everything is being documented. So it's almost like, okay, well, if you're consoling me private, you should console me online as well, because he's probably getting millions and millions of people bashing him every day. As somebody that I love my family, like I will want to say something just so they feel like, okay, somebody is also on their side, because even people that kill other, like kill other people, still have people that love them, which is their family. So I don't think that people should like bring the mom into that. And another thing is like, okay, he's abusive to Holly. They need to, first of all, if I'm not with you and we're not together, you shouldn't be at my house. I think we spoke about this before on the thing where like baby daddies and baby moms, like, why do you have to be in their house to visit them, all that stuff? This is what I'm saying. It causes all these drama. It's like, prevent it before it happens, one. Two, it's like, I disagree when it's like, okay, there have to be a chaperone when I have my son. There no visa for the kid. He can't collect any visa for the kid. He can't keep over 6 hours. He have to return him or something like that. I just feel like that's a little too extreme. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's preventing Halo from having that relationship. And when they came online and do all that videos, Halo became popular because of the bond that him and his dad had. You know what I mean? So that's where it's kind of like, okay, I want you to be safe and have a restraining order on him. But when it comes to the child, I feel like all that extra stuff is unnecessary.
I feel like there's a few things. Because for one, if you're showing a certain pattern of behavior, I'm not going to trust you with my kid. Like, that's one.
That's
if
his
you're
kid
gonna,
too.
which is fine. However, if you're because even same goes like on the other end. If a mom is showing a certain pattern of behavior and a dad is like, I need to gain custody, I will support the dad also taking the child, like removing and maintaining full custody. So it's not even like a mom versus dad thing. It's more of like a safety of the child thing. So if you're having like a certain like, because I remember one time they were on stream and then something happened during the stream. Like, I don't know if it was like I don't know if someone swatted. It was something similar to that, like where it was just something dangerous was going on and the baby was there. And it's like, that's, you know, this is a little bit crazy. I'm not saying that, like, you know, that's probably the basis, but just based on how he's been acting, not respecting her boundaries and showing up unannounced. Like the one time they were both sick, they had RSV, and then he just like was like, you know, just basically forcing to see him, and she's like, yo, we are sick, you need to wait. And you're not respecting that. Things, all that pattern of behavior is the reason why I'm just like, you know what, like, you need to take a chill pill. She probably, before she even got to this point, she probably gave it multiple, you know, gave him multiple chances and stuff.
I did see the text messages where she was trying to like have an arranged co-parenting schedule.
He wasn't respecting it,
which I think that is very important when it comes to that. But sometimes too, we have to be realistic. Like, if they were full blown on in a relationship for like, I think they were together for a while,
like a couple of years. It's like, that it's different than you messing around. They're messing around when they weren't anything and then had a baby like in a few months. But if they had like that, you know, I feel like it made him probably feel like, okay, we broke up and came back together again. So maybe that's what he thinks he's doing, but not understanding the extent of how much you're taking it. Nah,
like, you know what I mean?
You gotta respect boundaries, especially with the kid, because he can't be seeing. Like, that's the other thing. Like, kids, they're very impressionable. Like, you can't act a certain way, behave a certain way in front of children. You know, you can't, like, you know, introduce them to this, like, they see that stuff and it could give them some type of PTSD. Like, you don't even know how it's affecting this baby. So if I'm going to remove my kid from something that's potentially dangerous, I'm going to do that, you know, because if you're like, again, if you're showing me this pattern of behavior, I'm not going to trust you.
Yeah.
And it's really like, you know, just stuff like that, where even she was saying that, he'll fight to get the kid, and then she'll, like, you know, like, and she'll probably, I think it's like she had to communicate through the mom or whatever. And then it was like the baby would just stay with the mom the whole time. You wouldn't even like really be with the kid the whole time. So I'm not saying that that's like any type of justification. I'm just saying that, like, you know, there's so many different factors at play. Her feeling like, you know, I don't even want you taking my kid out of town because of your pattern of behavior. She's probably just worried about the baby's safety at that point. And I would 100% respect that. If she was the one that was like being aggressive, dangerous, whatever, like just showing up, doing this and doing that, like, you know, and he wanted to file for custody, I would also like support him trying to do whatever is more safe for the baby.
Yeah.
But to be real honest with you, I'm gonna criticize that baby mama, baby daddy culture because, like, I'm not necessarily saying that a ring is the thing that's gonna save any type of relationship, because even once a baby becomes involved, a relationship dynamic is gonna change. Like, that's just a fact. But I'd rather be with the person, the man that is intentional about starting a family with me and wanting to go through the trials and tribulations that is a relationship. Because a lot of people are just so flippant about what a relationship is supposed to be. It's not peaches and cream and like oranges and rainbows or whatever. There are things that happen in that. And you need to know how to be a partner. And even with marriage or whatever, and you're in it for, you know, a little bit or whatever, and you know the work that it takes to maintain this marriage or whatever, and you guys have this healthy and strong foundation, then and only then should you be having a baby. Yeah, because a baby needs stability.
Yeah, and I think that's to say that means that if you ever get in a relationship, then you're not gonna ever, because I think that's her first real relationship.
Is it?
It's like, I mean, nowadays you get in a relationship and then they're gonna have sex, and when sex comes in the picture, protection fails sometimes. I know somebody that gave birth on Plan B. Like it didn't work. And then I know somebody that had they conceived on a birth control. So sometimes it fails, you know. And I feel like my thing, like I say, abuse is bad. I want her to protect herself, but if she's truly not doing that to be petty, then I feel like that whole so many things on him seeing the kid is only gonna hurt him in the long run.
Of course.
And then also with that, it's like, do you think that is because of his profession that have affected their relationship, you think?
No. Because only recently did I learn that he was abusive with Ruby Rose. She had receipts. She posted. And it's funny because it's like almost the same picture. The bruise on the arm. And in the screenshot that I saw, he was literally basically saying like, oh, if you try to release this, if you try to expose me for being abusive, oh, whatever, like, I'll ruin you. It's only going to hurt you because, like, you know, I'm at this status and you're no one.
So why does she keep saying that the DDG is her favorite ex then?
Because she's a clown. It doesn't, like there's, like...
He's abusing me and I hate him, but he's my favorite ex and I miss him?
Because she's a clown.
That's crazy.
Like, it's, like, that is very possible. I don't, like, him being a streamer or whatever, like, I don't think that being a streamer or having like an online persona or whatever should even affect your private life. Like, being a streamer or whatever, like, your whole life is basically on display. And it's almost like it's kind of open to a lot of criticism. I feel like he has his own internal issues. Like, he has issues, jealousy issues, because remember when she was doing the press tour for The Little Mermaid and he got jealous of her co-star, and it's like, this dude has a whole girlfriend. Like, you know,
they would have been cute together, so I get it.
I still hope that they get together, but whatever.
So I get it.
Like, but it's like this girl is trying to work and, you know, promote her movie, and he created so much drama around that. Like, it ruined the whole moment, really, because all everyone kept talking about was, oh, DDG this, DDG that, DDG this, like, and it's Hallie's.
It's low-key,
movie.
like, you hate her?
Exactly. So I don't even think it's that. I really think it's the person. And even people, although for me, it's like, allow people to live and learn. Allow people to make their mistakes and then learn from it. You don't need to try to sit there and tell everyone what to do or whatever it is. But people were saying, yo, this dude is terrible. What are you even doing dating him? What are you doing getting pregnant by him? Whatever. People were saying it.
She was having fun and things happened.
But exactly. Like, you can't, like, you know, although I still believe that I don't care how, whatever, because I'm 28 and I'm without child. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't say, like, you know, there's so many different ways you can avoid having a child. Like, there's no, like, you know, there's different forms of birth control. Plan B only works if you're not ovulating. Because if you're ovulating, it's over. And there's different forms of birth control, and you could also use condoms. You could avoid getting pregnant. And you could also, ovulation only happens for 24 hours, bro.
But I'm irregular. I'm so irregular. Sometimes it doesn't come for like 2 months. So it's like,
You got like endometriosis or PCOS or something?
Girl, I don't know. Sometimes it's like mine is so irregular. Sometimes I'll miss it. Sometimes it's like it's longer than the 7 days. So it's like it's very hard for me to track it as myself. So it's like I can only imagine somebody like me, and my cramps are like horrible. Don't worry,
I'm probably have some type of.
Girl, do you know how many doctors I went to that tell me everything looks normal?
Yeah, you gotta. Have you been to a black doctor?
I need to go to Ghana and go to I want to go to like the herbalist and actually take like herbs. I don't like all these doctors.
Find a black gynecologist that understands.
I don't think I found one in Buffalo.
Understand, because I'm telling you, like, the healthcare disparity when it comes to like black and white people or whatever is very vast. Like, you need all my healthcare physicians are black.
Yeah, but I went to like 3 different gynos, and they all just say like, okay, it's irregular. Or, like, sometimes you're like, maybe you're stressed.
Nah, see, that's the bullshit. No, they need to
don't worry, I'm doing my research, girl. I got it.
They telling you some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Ghana. I want to go get like some herbal stuff because I am doing my research, and there's some things that's supposed to help out there. So, I would rather take those more because I just don't like being like when they put the thing all the time, and it's just like, ugh. Anyway, I don't like it. It feels weird.
I'll tell you, for me, I am regular.
Good for you. How does it feel to be God's chosen?
Look, I still get cramps. So. But
listen,
I can track my ovulation. I track my Flow app tells me when my period is coming, and it comes when it says it's coming. And everything and sometimes I have to go and wake it up like, yo, are you gonna start reading my period or what? And you know what's funny? Anyway. You know what's crazy? I don't know if it's an age thing, and I hope it's not this, but I can feel when I'm like, I can feel the ovulation process happen. It's weird. Like, you sure it's not like the egg? Nah, bro. Because sometimes is it like sharp like thing? Nah. That's that happens before my period comes. So if you're ovulating, are you trying to say horny or? No, I'm that girl. I'll tell you if it's that. I'll tell you if it's that. No, like it's like I could feel the ovulation process happen, bro. Huh? The only thing it's weird and it's new. It just started happening. But hey, I don't know. No, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's weird. So, is it like tingle? No, it's like this thing. Like, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain the feeling. Like, but it's like I could feel it. Huh. The only one that I felt that I found out was a cyst, like a cyst that like falls off. But that's interesting. Do you have PCOS? No. You sure? Girl, you don't. Okay. I lived at the gyno for like a period of time because it didn't. Okay. I usually, like, when I was in school, like, and I didn't really have that much, like, stress or anything going on, like, it was still irregular. Like, I would tell me I should start on the 17th and I'll come on the 11th.
or like it should come on the 11th or come on the 21st. Like it's so very irregular. But it's just like recently, like that when it started, I think that's when I had graduated college and I was like trying to figure out like jobs and stuff. That's the first time I didn't see it for like 2 months. And I know I wasn't pregnant because I was single. So I was like, okay, if I was, I'm like the Virgin Mary or something. And then like 2 months later it came and I was bleeding for like 3 weeks.
God dang.
So that's literally when I started going to so many different doctors, and they're all like, maybe it's just the stress, like try to slow down and stress and all of that. And so far so good, but it's just like also the cramps hurt too much where I feel like I don't like putting so many ibuprofens and all of that. I'd rather,
like pain medicine.
Yeah, I'd rather try to sort help with like actual herbal things. And I was talking to my aunt back home. They have so many treatments out there for that specific thing. So if I'm there for like a few weeks, I'm sure I can find something.
I think you should be able to, because that's like, because I know PCOS causes like irregular periods and stuff like, I don't.
They said everything
I'm not a medical professional,
so that's why I'm like, I did the Pep smear, I did the scans, I did kidney scans, they put a camera in your urinal. Yes, girl. I didn't even know there was a hole out up there. But I went through all the processes.
What the pee comes out of?
Girl, I don't know. I thought it just came out of your body somehow. But I looked inside of it. It's so interesting. But like I did all of that and everything. All of them said it's fine. So I'm just like, I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, girl. Ooh, I guess I am God's chosen because even my periods are 3 days.
Get the fuck out.
And it's like a little light to regular. It's
that's
not even
crazy. That is insane. You know what? I have other things to be blessed about. It's okay. Whatever.
You're right. You're right, because I feel like I have other misfortunes, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, I have other things to be feel blessed about, so I'm not even gonna complain. I'm doing this new thing of seeing the positive in your life, then the negative, and so far, it's working. Okay. And
I love that for you, girl. Yes.
But anyway, so with the whole DDG situation, right? So with looking at that, what profession do you think that you would or would not date?
100%. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, let's just get this out of the way real quick. Drug dealers and scammers. It's
you
over.
would or you wouldn't?
I'm not dating that.
I thought that's.
It should be given, but like
I thought that was your type for a little bit over there.
No, it's not. Like,
okay.
I'm just like, I had an experience in my early 20s, and like, I let that go, but that's exactly why.
So would you date a doctor?
It depends on the type of doctor. It depends on the type of doctor. Like, if it's like one of them like regular doctors that works like, a normal shift and comes home.
I think like doctors during their residence and all of that, I don't know, because they be working such long hours.
I know, that's why I don't know about that.
And then I heard that they be messing with their doctors, like their nurses.
I heard that they do too.
Like the show the
Grey's Anatomy. Okay, but that is very dramatized. But I heard in the actual hospital they do be on some.
Because they got beds in the back and everything.
Yeah, I heard they be on some bullshit.
So how do I know that when you tell me like, oh, I'm in the emergency room, you're not in the emergency in some
Okay, if you say that, then you got like lawyers, for example, right? They work really long hours sometimes. It depends on the area of law, but like they work actually a lot of the different areas. They work a lot of long hours and stuff, but they go home.
Lawyers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then it's like I feel like they'll be very argumentative. Like
they'll not always necessarily.
They'll always want to like win the argument or like try to be like bring the factual, like the statistic says.
Okay, I feel like that is a common misconception that lawyers just always like to argue, because like I feel like they you try to see both sides and you try to look at things logically.
I feel like me personally, if I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't just listen to what I'm saying. Like, for instance, you might have a real life experience and you might have somebody that like, because they read about it, that they think that they're right, but the times change. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the times changes where it's like, okay, before you might think that this and this and that, but now after COVID, so many things are different. that if I'm telling you, listen to what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? I have had a conversation with somebody who was like a lawyer in that realm, and I swear they always refer back to the textbook, and it was just kind of like,
I think that's a personality
anyway.
thing. I think that's a personality thing. And because, okay, so, you know, I work with a lot of lawyers, and like, they're honestly, like, they're not like that.
Okay.
Like, well, I'm not speaking for the majority. I'm talking about the people I work with.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about on other teams or anything. I'm talking about like my team or whatever. Like, they're not, you know, like they're regular. Like, so I think sometimes it's like a personality thing too. I feel like you would not want to date a professor. Like, what you're describing is definitely a professor. You don't want to date a professor. Because they're gonna hit you with them facts that you talking about, and then you gotta be like, yo.
I feel like, okay, it's for me, the ones I wouldn't date is definitely the drug dealers, the scammers. Please guys, go away from me.
That unstable life is just not for me. I can't do it.
Like, no,
I can't do the unstable life.
I feel like the doctor, and because me personally, I like to be able to call you whenever. Like, I want to be able to call you. Like, I want to be able to FaceTime you. Even if you're not going to come home for, like, 12 hours, I get it. But as long as I can speak to you, like, you know, but for me to understand, like, okay, you might not be on your phone for 24 hours. I don't know. I'm just not that much. I guess my emotions is not that mature yet. I'm not there yet. But maybe after they own, like, their own practice, like, you know, then maybe it'll be different. Because now you're, like, a boss after the whole report. You know what I mean? Maybe after you can be a doctor, but maybe when you own your own practice.
I feel like my ideal man is a businessman.
A businessman, that's what I was gonna say. I think so. And it's like, I mean, I don't mind a 9 to 5 neither if you do like a 9 to 5. Because I do a 9 to 5 right now myself. But as long as
I prefer the 9 to 5.
Yeah, I don't mind that, you know, because it's like it's stable, and if you're like the business owner on top of that with their 9 to 5 is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just be like, hello? Oh, okay, you are with the guys? Okay. You know?
Like, yeah. I just like, you know, or to be honest, like someone with just a stable job for me is as like, I like the stability. I don't like that. Like, you know, like someone in tech is cool. Like I said, businessman.
The tech is up right now. Like the engineering and the IT stuff, and they're a home.
All that, yes.
They are a home, which is great. This is the positive.
Oh yeah, I'm not dating anyone in the nightlife world.
Oh, like the
DJs, promoters.
Oh my god,
not even a bouncer. I saw a girl post, like her hugging this bouncer, talking about my favorite bouncer, and he was all up in there. I'm like, talking about some of my favorite bouncer. I dare my man be a bouncer, and some girls posting a picture talking about some my favorite bouncer.
You're gonna bounce your ass out of the house.
Listen,
I'm like, you stood there and let her hug you?
I slapped that girl so bad. Like, listen.
No, like
not really, but like, listen.
I feel like the party scene. Oh my god, I almost made that mistake. Oh god,
girl.
No.
I'm okay. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Like the DJs, the party
especially
promoters.
If you a DJ, absolutely not. Chopping.
What is it? What else? Like, what about like if they own the club?
Nope. Absolutely not. I
mean, they're entrepreneur, they're business.
I don't care. It's a lot of sinning going on. Nope.
I'm guessing you wouldn't want a strip club owner.
Oh, yo, listen. No. Like,
but they're bosses. Like, they can go away and not be there, and then people handle it.
They're very susceptible to RICO charges. I'm good.
It doesn't have to be maybe you'll be the angel in his life.
Like, I can't, like, what you just said is so egregious. I couldn't even form it. Like, it just got stuck. It just.
No, that is so funny. What else? Let me see. Like a profession. I mean, I guess that would be considered a 9 to 5. Like the truck drivers.
No, I'm not doing a truck driver. They be going too much.
I seen this video where the girl goes with him on the truck and then she does like little meals while he drives and stuff.
That is not the life I envisioned for myself. Yo, and I'm not dating a pilot because my anxiety would just like, you know, great job, but I'm not about to be sitting here worried about whether you landed or not. Yo,
like the ew.
And then
they be messing with their flight attendants
they
too.
Do? Yeah. Is there a profession that doesn't have infidelity?
They be messing with their flight attendants too, because you have to think they might be stuck in the same city or country for like a whole day in the same hotel, being like,
no,
you know, and then they're in their cabin like, hey Angela, can you bring me a coffee? Oh.
And then she's in the cockpit, no pun intended, and doing what? No.
No, I thought that, honestly, I thought they escaped it. So I think, who told me? Somebody told me, like, actually, no, they do mess with their flight attendants too. So it's like, nowhere is safe. At this point, if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat.
So we just gotta, be a good man. Just a good man.
At this point, ain't nobody safe.
It's about professions or what.
Yeah,
because nah. Well,
would you date a social media person, like somebody who does influencing?
Yeah, I would, because we could make content together. I won't do an OnlyFans person though.
Y'all like
good.
Like sometimes you know how people have their eye in your relationship, thinking that you have it so perfect, and then it's like, imagine that guy waking up to DMs with like boobs and things like in his DM every time. You don't think he's gonna fall for it?
I'll send him my coochie back.
You said what? You're gonna send them your coochie back?
Mm-hmm. Take a picture of it and I'll send it to them.
Like, what are you smoking?
Like what? You gotta outdo me? Like what you think you're doing? You better outdo me?
No, that's funny.
Like,
but with that, we're gonna end here. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye.
Bye.
Not the